Morning world, welcome to Wednesday the 19th of August, another wet and damp day.
Dirty lucky bugger.
I do look at the comments though.
So this morning we're off over to the other farm. I had a request yesterday from my father and Reg to go around the headlands of the cornfields, basically tuck up into the hedges as close as I can and get the grass knocked off around the periphery of the field. Ideally I do that with a hedge trimmer, but I don't want to put the hedge trimmer on yet. I mean, it's pitted down with rain, but I just don't want to put the hedge trimmer on now, because hopefully within a week I'm going to be haymaking or silage making or haylage making. So, and those of you that operate hedge trimmers know what a faff it can be putting it on and taking it off. So we only want to do the grass right up to the edge of the hedge for now, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over with the topper once round, maybe twice round on a couple, the headlands, just to get everything down neat and tidy, ready for cultivation. So obviously with this wet and nasty weather, you're going to spend the morning with me in the cab, because I won't be putting the GoPro outside in this. Although it's a waterproof camera, it's not waterproof when it's inside the medium mod, and there's no point in me wrecking the camera. Oh, I don't remember taking that out of gear. Senior moment. Over here. I'm just going to do the one headland on this field for a minute. Apparently Reg is on his way up within the next hour. We're going to take some samples of the wheat, sorry. I've got to stop calling it corn. Take some samples of the wheat. So we'll do another moisture test. We're also going to do send it off for germination test, so to see if we can make sure it's okay for seed wheat. Okay. Glitch. It does this sometimes. I know the lights are on. Okay. Now it'll work. I hope. Shall we? A bit rock and rolly just here. Dirt. far as I remember, the only water tank in the hedge is up there by the gate. So we shouldn't have any nasty loud bangs or things. I'm going to be back in this trench again in a minute. Here we go. Water tank here somewhere. There it is. Nearer the gate than I thought it was. Not had a red yet, so I might as well crack on. Get up. That's getting deep in there. If I go much further forward, I ain't going to get out. Well, I've done a couple of weeks yet before I can put a hedge trimmer on, so I can at least get this bit done. So, samples have been taken. Reg's going to send them off to buyers or agronomists or whoever else. A sample going off to see if it's good enough for seed. So I suppose in a few days we will find out whether we will be planting our own seed back again, or if we've got to buy it back in, I think we'll be okay. There was even some talk of maybe, as it's wet, we can't actually do very much. If we can find the right day, we've got enough room in the barn, maybe we'll, if our weed's up to scratch, we'll actually get it top dressed up at the barn. So if that's the case, and they are going to come and top dress our grain ready for reseeding, I'll video that for you guys so you can actually see the process of cleaning, pressing, bagging it up, and literally getting it ready for, well, I think it'll be long now, 6 weeks, back in the grain, maybe less. Is that a rabbit? Look at him! Oh! Oh, it's a rabbit! Look at him! Look at that rabbit! Bless you. Tease a dog? No, I don't ever do that, no. Right, so it's the day after the one before. The one where I set a mole trap. In fact, I actually came back out and set the other 2 old mole traps. Once I kind of freed them up, they were a bit stiff on the mechanism, but they're still working. So I came out last night, you saw me set one, and there is actually 3 out here. I replaced the bucket with a cone, because the cone's just a bit heavier, less likely to get knocked over. The question is now, need some activity at that end. Did we catch him? Bearing in mind, I didn't wash my hands properly. That trap is still set. I'm not actually expecting to catch him because all I did yesterday was rub a bit of dirt and rabbit turd on my fingers, so I got a funny feeling he is still set too. He is. That trap's still set. Last one. Yep. He's still set. So, no mole. He probably took one sniff of that trap and go, farmer. Went round it. So, he will desensitize. The traps will actually lose the scent of me and the disturbance of the ground, so I'm kind of hoping that we still will catch him if I just leave them alone. But there doesn't seem to have been, that's fresh activity, that wasn't there yesterday, so it does appear that he's up this end. I will get him. It's not too bad out here, but I really don't want him getting on the lawn. Right, no mole today, maybe tomorrow. That heavy storm we had yesterday has knocked a load of my moss down off the roof. I don't know if I can reach that, I don't know if you can see it, but it appears that my gutter is full up, which means it's all running down the wall. I need to clear the gutter out. Another job. This is where we're going to get most of it on me, innit? Bucket, what do I do with that bucket? I found my bucket and I found my gloves. Old moss and crap ate your gutter. Not really the sort of stuff you want to get in your hands because it's full of bird crap and other stuff as well, so right. I ain't going very far. Something appears to be roosting on top of that light. Or did. Can't be now, because the cobwebs are still there. Right, I don't know if I trust that there or not. No. So I'm going to put you over there, out the way. Okay, there is a lot of stuff in here. So I usually do this about 3 times a year, clearing the moss out. And usually after a good storm, when a lot of it is washed down. That's just nasty. That's what we're pulling out of there, just moss and tile. Right, well that's that bit done. Obviously I only did this after writing out 4 pages of risk assessment and deciding on my mitigations and everything else, and then signing it and to make sure that I'd read it afterwards. Did I actually do this? So, no, all done, full health and safety. That's not a bend in the ladder. That's a figment of your imagination. Yeah, all right. Even I'm not daft enough to use a ladder on a slippery deck. Would you like that warmed up, sir? Anybody actually watching this? I mean, it's not tractors, it's not very exciting, but it is life. This is one of those things that most people just don't do. Don't even think about it. Out of sight, out of mind. But do you know what? If you've got moss on your roof, you need to be doing this regular. 3 times a year I do this at least. So, before, after. It doesn't stay after for very long. It doesn't take long before it becomes before again.